Again on Shoot Market reality shows, and as usual, we have come for another edition of the Shoot Market series, and we're here to crack your bubbles as always. And I know you have always enjoyed our content. It has been superb, and there's not like it in the whole wide world. So why not stay tuned and make sure you watch us till the end and enjoy every package we're bringing to you today. Have you ever asked yourself a question like, have you come at a certain stage in your life and you're at a crossroad, you're at a junction of your life where you don't know what else to do? You have asked questions, you have done everything, and it feels as if nothing is happening. You're confused. Hello? Don't worry. Worry no more, cry no more, because Shoot Market is here for you. It's a business reality, it's a nature market, and it has come to give you address to that road, to that destination you have been looking for, which you feel that there is no answer. Okay, Shoot Market is here for you. And before we proceed, we want to welcome our resource person for today, the bombshell himself, Revelation Star, in the person of the servant, D.U. Anacho. Highly welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, it's always an amazing moment with him. And you know what? You can't afford to miss this moment. So make sure you stay tuned. Right by my side is my regular customer and colleague. That is the person of Chedozie. Highly welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. And selfishness is the language of Satan.
Okay.
It's not part of the vowel. Right. So, and that's why we are here to prepare. The menu is ready. Menu for life. And that's why we want to serve the power of humanity. So food is ready. Come and take yours. So that's why we're here.
Thank you, Bro Chedozie. He said food is ready. I wouldn't like to miss out of this buffet. Of course, no. Okay, as you know, my counterpart is also here. Highly welcome.
Thank you so much, Sister Suzy. We all know that understanding is a fundamental aspect of the human life. That is why the Shoot Market platform is here, to ensure that humanity can understand and put into proper use the rudiments of life. So stay with us.
All right, thank you. Don't go anywhere. All right, in the business proper. And guess what? We're going to be talking about something very important. And you might think it doesn't concern you, but hello, do you know your name? If you understand who you are, then this topic should interest you. We're going to be looking at a nation. Who are you? What is your name? All right, let's stop there. Our servant will tell us more about it. Now let's turn to him and let's listen to what he has to say about this question. Okay, sir, we're going to be doing some questions here, and it has to do with the principles of building a nation. But before we talk about it, we want to ask you, in your own vocabulary, as who you are, what is the meaning of the word nation, and what are the principles of building a nation? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Glory be to God. The principles of building a nation and a nation by extension is a country.
Okay.
All right. And from that word, nation, we have to understand that if we're talking about a nation and what it takes to build a nation, we will know that the word building, because that's the driving force. Because if you have a nation existing without that word building, then they are going to be a problem. So many countries that are having problems today were not built.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
You understand? Because we are now coming to etymological meaning of a nation and building rather, and at the same time the spirit behind it. Because it's through understanding that spirit pops up.
That's right.
If you just come and tell somebody that, hey, my name is Chin Chong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has never heard Chinese language, we'll just take it that way. But to get the spirit of that word Chin Chong I don't know whether there is a name called Chimchom, but I'm just trying to carve out something. If someone now comes and says, Chimchom, then if you don't have understanding, you will know the part of a country that is bearing that name. And understanding the part of the country that is bearing the name gives you the spirit behind the name. So you can now form in your mind how these people think, reason, act, and all that. Get a point?
Yes.
So now that building is the controlling word of all what we are going to discuss today. Building a nation and the principles of building a nation. Then a nation is the same thing as country. When you are talking about country, the word country is gotten from the word count.
Okay.
From the word count, you get country. So what are we counting in a country? The head count. That counting means the citizens in a country. A citizen in a country. So the pillar of building a nation is human being, not infrastructure. So that's what we're talking about, the word and the spirit behind the word. So that's a nation can only be built when the citizens are built. If we stop this way, I think we are done. And everybody should go to know that if the inferior way of building should be erection or mounting, then we will know that there is difference from mounting a nation and building a nation. Because if you mount a building, that means it could be a mobile building, you can dismantle it if it is mounted.
Okay.
But if it is built, it becomes immobile. So a nation that is built, the word built, right? Then if you want to raise up a building, we are discussing spirit here as regards to a nation. We are not just discussing what people have heard. Because the word building a nation is easier said than done. It is easier said than realized. It is easier said than practiced. Why? Because so many people don't even know what it takes to build a nation. Building a nation is not electing a president or whatever. Building a nation is knowing what it takes. The pillars, the foundations, the concrete is that head count. So whosoever wants to build a nation, just as a building, you want to erect a building now, set up a building or build a building. The first thing you have to do is to clear the land. After clearing, dig the foundation. After digging the foundation, then you put pillars and the concrete and all that before laying block. Right?
Yes.
So what is the foundation of a nation? Individuals and citizens. So building physical infrastructure, electricity, pipe-borne water, road network, political that, writing the rule of law and all those things is useless if individuals are not built. Thank God in our recent discussion we talked about a leader. A leader think beyond the scene. And the building is beyond what you see. It is the foundation of a building that determines the strength of the building. But if this foundation is not strong, there is no way a building can start. So a leader going extra mile, seeing the unseen, is what it takes to build a building. An architect, when he wants to erect a building, let me be using the language that is common to to the profession, right? You want to erect a building, you have to get the 3D, then you go into that foundation and know what it takes to stand up a nation, a building, then before going into it. So those raw materials that is used is now the principle. Just as you people ask, what's the principles of building a nation? Then what is a nation? Nation is human being. Each individual, Bible even made us to know in the book of Genesis, when a prophet said that you will be Esau and Jacob, 2 nations are in your womb. So if we want to build a nation without individually being built, right, then you are erecting a nation, not building a nation. Because no matter the natural resources that is in that nation, no matter the caliber of people that is in that nation, there will always be a problem. Because the nation we are building is that if you want to carve out a group of people geographically out of the universe, out of the earth. So that universe you are carving is just that, okay, this country will be occupied by this particular group of people. Occupying what? Occupying the earth. Owned by who? God. Then how do you make a law against the land? How do you make a law without aligning with the creator of the land, of the earth, which you want to build? If, like in Abuja now, you want to build a building, you are into real estate, you have to go to AMAC. They gave you C of O, right? And approval to build specification. So you follow the rule. If you are building an estate, which is a micro nation, they give you specification, they approve it. Now, before a nation is built, God needs to be consulted. And God is not consulted through divination. God is consulted through his word. Then upon the scarcity of his word, no nation is built. I want to tell you people so many things beyond what you think and what you have seen. Civilization started in Africa. But if you read the book of Psalm 127, he said, if the Lord does not watch the city, the watchman watch in vain and labor in vain. And if God did not build a city, a builder is building in vain. So God factor is the first thing that should be recognized in building a nation. Just as Christ said, let your will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. Let your kingdom come. So anyone who builds a nation in the earth created by God without taking permission or building it with the word of God. I'm not talking religious teaching. You know, when we start saying word of God, people think that we're going to go and consult a prophet, go and consult religious pastors and come and say, okay, come and decree for this nation. They have prayed, there is no result. But what I'm saying is that, okay, we are available, of course. So anybody can source the principles of building a nation through the teaching of the New Jerusalem, through the laws of truth. But these are the invisible pillars that makes a nation to stand. In America, in their reign, in which they will soon lose their grip, is because they say, on God we trust. That's their motto. And some of the principles they used to build was biblical principles.
Articles.
So many biblical articles. That was what they laid and become their principle. 1776, 77, when they got independence, they incorporated God factor and unity into what they were doing, and everybody had to make a sacrifice of that, volunteering yourself to know that you are planting a tree which you might not be the one to reap or to plug and eat the fruits. All right? So their mindset was changed. Upon that change of their mindset comes a nation. But being that they were not built based on the square truths, now is cracking. Because God factor of love, understanding of unity, setting a template of love your neighbor as you love yourself, knowing that you are taking a part of earth to occupy and run it and build in it, then God factor. Not religion. I keep on saying this thing. You can't use religion to build a nation. Now, coming to that, civilization started from Africa. But any nation that lacks elements of God in it, even if it is a dot, you are going to lose that. Ethiopia, Egypt, Babylon, and so many of these African countries were the early civilization. Even Igbo people back in history, Nri and Co., were a part of human civilization. But because of selfishness and secrecy, not being open, right? Then they lost the grip. The same thing as Jerusalem. Yeah, Jews. Civilization came. Then it moved from Africa to there, from there to Greece, from Greece to this, and it continue moving. Why? They don't have God factor to sustain that. They didn't take permission or acknowledge heaven before they start erecting a nation. So immediately inhumanity to man comes into it, you are ready to lose your grip. These are the two things. One, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's the principle of building a nation. Two, inhumanity to man. That is, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Two, interacting with nature. Any nation that is thriving has something to do with the earth.
Okay. So you said inhumanity. Is it inhumanity?
Man, inhumanity to man.
Okay.
That is love.
Okay.
Man being inhuman to man. Being wicked and selfish
Okay.
to cheat others
Okay.
and not to allow other people
Okay.
to come in. That is that secrecy I'm talking about.
Okay. Is it a principle now from what you're saying?
It's an anti-principles
Okay.
of building a nation.
All right.
And that is the reason why so many nations lost their civilization.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, it continues. The last that is going to receive the civilization now, that will stand the test of time, if Nigeria continues as a nation, is going to be Nigeria. And the reason is because we were able to understand the code number of building a nation and have the power to develop that manual that will run concurrently with the rule of law of any nation.
That's right.
So we have gotten the vowel of the earth, the foundation,
Okay.
that a nation is an individual in a state. Then the number of those people who have God factor is what forms a country as the original foundation. So don't look at nation in a global form so that you will not lose what you are looking for. Because those that see it from that international or national level are the people who go and kill themselves in politics, not knowing that political leaders are not the leaders. The true leaders are the citizens, but they are ignored and intimidated out of their rights. He who makes production and interacts with nature is a ruler, is a leader, not people who control paper. So now, leadership and nationhood is hijacked by a group of people.
Yeah.
Through propaganda, intimidation, harassment, then people who have their rights now give up their nationhood. Like, let me take myself as an instance before we begin now to raise people. I knew I was a nation. I knew I was a nation, and I never allowed any person, any idea or suggestion, all right, to tamper with my supremacy. Then I kept the law of myself in connection to the laws of God. And that is all what you are seeing today as the movement of the New Jerusalem. Now, I allow the government to have a diplomatic relationship with the government of heavens. And I form alliance with them, and I had nothing to do with the government. There is nothing government have ever given to me. And whatever I related with the government, I paid for it. Like going to school. I didn't school for free. Then I came to their own country, which is the physical as they believe, and begin to relate with them, but never allow them to use me. That's why when I graduated, I never sought for a job, because I know I was a nation. Now let me build my nation. After building my nation, then I will allow people into it. Government can put up a strike, but they cannot put a strike on my mind.
So, very important.
All right?
Yes.
Government can put up a limitation on things, but they cannot put limitation to the number of rainfall and my inherited land in my village. There's a limitation to that. So, nation is not built nationally.
Okay.
Nation is built individually.
Like that. That's awesome.
It's not built nationally.
Nationally.
It is built individually.
Correct.
So a country is a group of people. It's not a geographical location, but a group of people who think alike, speak alike, and do things alike. So the movement of the New Jerusalem has evolved through me, so to say, by divine inspiration, all right? Now, to build a group of people who think godly, speak godly, all right, and act heavenly. Then we begin to build a structure. So that's what I'm saying. That Nigeria, that they are blessed and being giant of nation, if it is prophetical, this is the time it's going to come to manifestation. Because New Jerusalem is situated here. This is a spiritual physical structure in the physical world where souls and lives are being harnessed to form a nation that will control nations. Understand?
Yes.
That will control nations. So a nation is an individual. So wherever you compromise and buy the societal distractions, all right, and allow to be controlled and intimidated, you become a slave. And when you become a slave, you lose your supremacy. And upon that, people will come and fix in your mind. Government give people what to think. And that which you think incapacitates you. You live in fear. Then they provide for you what to eat, how to eat it, school to go, and what to study. And upon that, then they tag your pay and your existence, your value system to money. Then you lose your value system, your interaction with nature. Then it will now look as if it is government that owns the country. No. They don't own the country.
Mm.
Politicians are not the owner of country. We individuals who have realized ourselves,
Well,
are you there?
Yes.
Are the builders of nations, and we are the nations, and we have the law, and we have the principles, and when after we finish building it, all right, then we can now call people who are ready, based on principle, to become a part of the country, which by name is now Worthy Lord Church of the Universe, the Embassy of the New Jerusalem. So, if you go on and on and on and on, begin to yield, give up your self-worth, sell your birthright for a token, pay paper in exchange, and they begin to regulate your value system, that becomes a problem. But if you understand who you are, that you are a nation, then when you finish building your self-worth and value system, all right, then you put price on yourself. Then if governments needs you, they have to get you consulted. Governments have never forced any person to render a service to them. And they have never forced you to sell your value and your service to a particular amount of money or exchange it with a particular thing. No. You live in your own country. So when suggestions begin to come and you begin to give in, you are just like the person who is allowing immigrants in your country, which when they are disobedient immigrants and untrained immigrants into your country, before you know, your country become polluted. And that your country is your heart. So we have to use the micro to capture the major. So a politician is ruling, not leading. Because a ruler is different from a leader. Then when you become a leader, you have first to lead yourself. When you lead yourself based on the principles of God and interaction with nature, all right, then you are the one who makes rule. But just like what happens in religion, in academics, and in the workforce, a person who struggles in whichever way and make money can hire a graduate who spent 5 years studying with 100,000 naira a month and begin to control you. Then you think that he is more valuable than you, who makes the money, because you have been intimidated and brainwashed.
That's right.
First, by going to school, learning theory without practical. Then when you come, after having spent, 6 years out of your life, you're already intimidated. Because if you are coming to a labor market, you are coming to a labor market with desperation. When you come to a labor market with desperation and frustration, then whatever they give you, you take, because you have lost.
Yeah, and the competition is high. There are
Yes.
other people there.
Yeah. The competition. So you now get surrendered. So all those things are tricks they use to intimidate people. If you don't know who you are, that you are a nation who came here to spread and grow.
That's right.
Now, coming to politicians, let me still go to them. There are 3 things that rules and control the world. 1 is spiritual power. That spiritual power is having truth, knowing your God and knowing who you are, which is invisible. And using that which you are to develop and create a value system. and skills and training for yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Then love a country. Love a country or a nation as you love your own nation, which is you and who you are.
I like that.
Okay.
Now, anybody who have not loved his own nation understood that he is a nation can never rule. He can never lead.
Yes.
He can never lead. Why? Because what he's going there to do is to follow the rules already created. He can't work for the good of all because he's going there as a frustrated person. So spiritual power, which is that governed by truths, square truths, explained truths, as we have it today in the New Jerusalem, give you the power to understand the will of God on earth. And understanding the will of God enables you to interact with nature, which is the primary form of education, and give you the creative and productive power when you align yourself to nature. Because the principles upon which God created the earth is given to you by having a spiritual power or knowing who you are. Because at that point, the code is released. When the code is released, okay, then you will now be able and have the license to manifest here on earth, independent of man. Independent of man, independent of paper called money or currency of any nation. Your currency become truth and value system and self-worth. That's what the benefits of having a spiritual power. You are no longer being controlled by circumstances. You control circumstances. You are no longer controlled by human government. You are now controlled by divine government. When this is done and obtained, as we have the principles and the templates, then we will now go to economic power. Economic power is greater than political power. Economic power is the physical effect of spiritual power. That's what we are saying. That how rich somebody is determined by how far he has served life.
Yes.
I mean genuine wealth,
Yes.
not the one gotten from stealing and looting and killing and destroying people. But a genuine wealth is a testament and a proof and a testimony of how you have served life. Because the more your services reach to the end of the earth, the more your wealth increases.
Exactly.
Jesus said it in the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 27. Let the greatest among you become your servant. Let the richest among you become your servant. And Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you, including political power and the economic power. What are those kingdom of God you need to seek? The license, the spiritual power, which we say that sanctification is different from certificate. So you have to get sanctification before looking for certificates or approval from man. As James chapter 4 verse 4 said, enmity, friendship with the world is enmity with God. When you get that license, all right, then you come to manifest in the physical world by rendering service to humanity and solving problems, all right, then economic power will manifest by you providing solution to the problem which is inevitable in the society of people who don't know who they are. Now, you have gotten two licenses. One is a spiritual power and economic power. Spiritual power is not being a dibia, a witch doctor, or mounting in the pulpit, or going to theological school. Spiritual power comes through hibernation, meditation, quietude, reflective thoughts. All right? All right? And interaction with nature, gathering experience on the principles of creation and the principles of nature through patience. then that spiritual power will be endorsed. Then you come to economic power. When you get economic power, all right, then political power is a trash. But based on propaganda and intimidation, people have taken political power as the greatest. If you see somebody say, go and join politics so that you have the power to control. No. Nobody controls the minds of a person. Politically, you can be imprisoned, but spiritually, you are free like the birds of the air. That's what happens to Paul when he was in prison. He wrote 14 books in prison, in the Bible. So nobody can imprison your mind. But when your mind is polluted and poisoned at first, then you now come to the physical world. Because you don't know who you are, then you commit a sin or atrocity that will make them to arrest you physically. Wow. Why are you committing this sin? Because sin has been made available for you.
Yes.
Through what the society created. But whatsoever makes you a spiritual and a true, genuine person, a child of God, makes you the best citizens of any nation. In fact, you are a hot cake. Because where you bring your own information and idea is exclusive and not accessible by everybody. So when you have political power, economic power, and spiritual power, then you come to political power, you rule. Okay, so thank God for the contemporary issues now. I have been saying it years back, that politics is the least in the ladder of leadership or rulership. It's the least. Wow. But it manifested in American 2025, right? Election. Donald Trump would not have won election if not because of Elon Musk, who happened to be the richest man in the whole world. He brought in his money and the story changed because he has economic power.
That's right.
So they too all missed it concurrently. Why? Because they don't have the spiritual power. All of them are panting on where to lean to get a spiritual support. Mm-hmm. That's why Trump is saying that America is a godly nation. Mm-hmm. But he's just pursuing shadow of what godliness means. That if he needs America to be a godly nation, he has to consult Worthy Lord Church of the Universe, New Jerusalem, so that we give him a code from heaven on how to rule the world in according to God's will, which after not so long a time, because there is no God factor in them, I think they say they're having crisis now with Elon Musk and Trump. Okay, that's by the way, not less than 6 months. Now, what is this telling you? That our word must stand.
Yes.
What I'm saying you now is a global thing. Our word must stand because that is the soul of the earth. Now, when in Enugu State, I think they said Enugu State was bought by Peter Mbah, right? He's the governor now. 7.5 billion naira. He brought it. The past governor was what? Who? Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi was the past governor.
Yes.
He bought his own 6 billion and sold it 7.5 billion and made some profit of 1.5 billion. Tinubu bought his own some billions because he had the money. So is that life?
Never.
Yeah?
Not at all.
$80 million. Okay? Is that life? That is not life. Nigeria got independence long ago, yet they are still struggling. Why? Because they don't even know what is a nation. Then, if there are, Nigeria is 2 million, 200 million
Estimation.
citizens.
Estimation.
If there is 1 million Christian I'm not talking religious noise-making Christians. I'm talking fulfilled people like New Jerusalem, 1 million New Jerusalemites who understood. Then we would have had 1 million nations and 1 million Jesus Christ on the face of earth facing less than 10 problems in the world. Will crush crush Nigerian
It's an
problem.
understatement.
Do what? Crush and turn it into a powder form. But there is no one who is a leader, no self-realization. Nobody even understood what is a nation. Look at Igbo agitation for separation. They don't know. You want to be in your own nation. They have to consult us as well. Nature comes into place. You see how it will go. But all of them hinge on what? Politics. Thinking that we are marginalized. We are marginalized. One, truths cannot be marginalized.
That's true.
So anybody who has truth cannot be marginalized because truth does not die, even a natural death. 25th laws of truth say that truth is what?
Cannot add.
A truth cannot be stolen.
It's 54 that says truth cannot be marginalized.
Yes. 54 says truth cannot be marginalized. 25 says truth cannot be stolen. Then 23 say that truth is an immunity. You immunize yourself with truth. It is only when your truth is not complete, your knowledge and understanding of who you are, who God is not complete. That's when you feel marginalized. Because everybody is looking for what works. So if you walk without being found fault in, then that's the final thing. Everybody who has whatever belongs to you will give it out. Now, 2, why are we even walking and agitating to separate when we are not individually standing? When there is no structure of running a nation, you can't use error to correct error. You can't use violence to bring a solution. Because negative gives you positive. And that positive seems as if it is positive, but its origin is negative. Now, Nigeria is not up to America. United States of America. America is 51 countries. 250 million. Join together. So the problem of Nigeria is not population. The problem of Nigeria is that Nigeria don't even have one person who thinks coherently.
That's right.
Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 1. It says, if you can give me one person who is righteous and looking for God in truth and in the spirit, I will save the whole nation. But Jeremiah could not find. Abraham, the same thing. Give me 10 righteous people. I will leave Sodom and Gomorrah. And they couldn't find. Today, God is asking, give us one leader in Nigeria. I will save the country. So Nigeria problem is not It's not population. Because America is 51 countries. No, I'm talking of country. Yes, 350 million persons, which is 1/3. Nigeria is 1/3 of America. You understand? Now, yet, they are the poorest, the most confused, the most violent nation. Why? Because they are not individually developed, and they are politically inclined, not economically inclined, not spiritually inclined, but they are religiously inclined.
What is demarcation?
You understand?
Yes.
Now, religion is opposite of science, opposite of reality, opposite of God. Because religion opposes God and opposes nature in disguise. It's a social accepted evil. So now, if there is a soft way, which is the teaching of the New Jerusalem, and the square truth and the explain truth, that will make every individual to realize who he is, and we are able to produce just 1 million is too much. 1 million is too much. Then you find out that Nigeria will become the best country in the whole world, in the whole Africa. Why? We have the natural resources. We have human labor is there. It's because we did not know who we are. That was why that colonization came in the first place. So, that is a part. We go back again in building a nation.
Okay.
Building a nation is not be it all and end it all. It's a long-term planning. But you find out that those who call themselves nationalists are struggling so that when they get that which they are claiming for, they become a president.
True.
They become a leader. Now, I asked one man, a political personnel, who came to consult me from Enugu, that he wants to go for State House after being the local government chairman. I asked him one thing, shooting into the future. I said, why are you disturbing yourself? You're a businessman. Why not go and make money and leave politics? They will wreck you. Why? Because you consulted me as a holy and a righteous man. And they are diabolic. They will not allow you into their midst. And you are not economically strong. All right?
Yes.
To face them with what you have. You don't have a team. We can go spiritually and do spiritual work. But physically, they will take it off from you. Just like what we did during the time of Tinubu and Peter Obi. Yes, we did all the work we did spiritually. But spirit continues saying, we have done. But physically, then there will be a problem. And what they pointed out is that Peter Obi, on a way of using money, there is a limit to stinginess, so to say. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
There's a limit to spending money. You have to soften the way and speak the language people understand. All right?
Yes.
So that when you get to the power, then you become that who you are. If you are left with nothing but politics. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. That's by the way. I won't go far. But what I'm saying is that nation building is a long-term project that can go. That's national nation building. National nation building. And even individual nation building. It took Jesus Christ 29 years to build the kingdom to step the kingdom of God here on earth. 29 good years. So it's a long-term project. Then he reigned or ruled for just a period of 3.5 years. Then he asks us to continue in the leadership, which we have now come to rule the world, not even Nigeria. By that truth, creating a parallel government, the government of Christ, government of God, and the government of the world. Let us see who is going to be superior and rule. So it's a long-term project. Now I was asking the man, okay, you want to be, or to go for House of Representative, State House. I said, I will advise you. Before advising you, I'll ask you a question. Do you want to be a king or to be a kingmaker? Now, it is preferable to be a kingmaker than to be a king. Because the reward of a general is not a bigger tent, but command.
I hear you.
So if you place yourself in a situation where your words and your voice counts, and people can follow your words, all right? When you have the truth, what are you doing with leadership? I mean rulership, because all of them are rulers, not leaders. Because a leader invents and creates. A leader is a kingmaker. So if you are a kingmaker, All right? You can make 100 kings and still be stable and still be running your things. But if you become a king, you can only be one king. And when you become one king, you will never allow any other person to come close to you until you die. And when you die with whatever you have. So it's preferable to become a king maker than to be a king. Then Igbo people say, Eze Adejaya. So a king does not go for war, but he strategizes and plans. Because if anything should happen to the king, it has happened to everybody who are subject to the king or receive from the leader. That's why Jesus was, when he was raising the disciples, when he performed miracles, he said, don't tell them I am the one. He was a king maker. Don't tell them I'm the one. When he do things they want to make him a king, he hid himself and ran away. He performed miracle in the day of transfiguration. In the book of Matthew chapter 17, he said, don't tell these people until the Son of Man is being resurrected. Why? He never wanted to be a king. He was playing from the background, raising people, because he knows that if he should go and become a king, all right, then he will not raise another person.
Wow.
But he stayed back. He's a spiritual king, not a physical king. That's why he said, my government is not of this world. So why was he able to say that? Because he knew that he has gotten spiritual power, connection, sanctification. Then, when it comes to economic power, you see what happened? When they wanted to intimidate him with a temple tax. He now told them that because I have spiritual power, I also have authority over economic power. And what did he do? He commanded a fish to vomit 2 draja coins to meet his need. And he walked away.
This is always.
Because he has spiritual power.
Wow.
So now, those who are struggling to be a leader without a structure, without internal structure, without spiritual backups, are touts. That's what we say. It is in the book of excellence. There is what we call a freedom seeker and a freedom fighter. A freedom seeker, a freedom fighter, the word fight is negative. A freedom fighter kills people to occupy a throne. You kill people to save people, which is robbing Peter to pay Tinubu. You get the point? Yes. Robbing Peter to pay Tinubu. That is a freedom fighter. But a freedom seeker does not take a life. Matthew chapter 18, chapter 12, verse 20 to 21. He said, my spirit is upon my servant, and nobody will hear his voice until he take justice to the Gentile. So a freedom seeker don't make noise and can never come violently. Why? Because he has gotten license from heaven to operate in the physical world and set up a nation that will endure forever. So there is no way anybody can hold you responsible because of what you say that you are vomiting violence. Because what you are doing is for the good of all. Those who want to kill you or depend on politics, they don't know. So it's you, a king maker, a nation builder, that will take your time and know what to do, so that even those that want to attack you, at the end of the day, will save them.
because they are included in the people who we want to save. So a freedom seeker comes with peace, with good news, and extensive spiritual diplomacy to ensure that there is no violence, so that those people whom you want to save will be saved. Why should we be talking Hausa Yoruba in Nigeria? Tell me any Hausa man that have 7 hands. Tell me any Yoruba person that have 30 nose or 3 heads. Tell me any Yoruba person that use leg to eat food. Tell me any Yoruba person that doesn't eat yam, that doesn't eat rice. Tell me any Hausa man, tell me any Fulani man that doesn't take sun and breathe in air. We are one. But politics and religion will rubbish people. They begin to struggle. So a kingmaker will sit back, go and bring the template of God, which is the word of God, the teaching, explanatory teaching of the New Jerusalem, the laws of truth, and place it on the table. When they want to make you a king, you say you don't want to be a king. You start raising kings. Raising kings. Raising kings. Raising kings. After you finish raising kings, then nation by itself will evolve. Now, a long-term project. Where do we start? From the corrupt nation, look at what they are doing in nation, in religion. A pastor will come and begin to pray to a political leader who is a governor that the country will be okay, that this nation will be okay. Mumu. No religious leader, from presidency to local government chairman, that did not pass through either mosque or religion, or Christian religion, as a Sunday school child. They were 100% obedient, but they didn't receive what they expected of them. And they pull out and join courts and use money and mafiaism and got what they are looking for. Then you come and begin to pray that they will change. How dare them change? When they were changeable, you didn't change them. It's become when they become unchangeable. If it is marine power that gives you power, why are you answerable to it? Okay, all the churches that are there, all right? Why is it, if they were to be kingmaker, why is it that the political leaders going to their church, they cannot give them the software to rule the country fine? So nation building is a long-term project. And a leader should be a kingmaker, not a king.
Wow. A king.
Wow.
Yes,
Not
don't
a
be a
king.
king. Be a king
Maker.
maker. Let the progress of people, other people, become your joy. That's the only way you can build a sustainable nation.
Wow.
Wow.
This is the baseline.
Yes, let the progress of other people, just like Christ did. He said, greater work than me shall you do. Who have ever said that? Say that. All the pastors who are jumping around praying for nation, how many of them have shifted from the pulpit? Or allow even people to come to their house and know the secret of how they are struggling in their iniquity and the impunity and hide and seek games of emotional tussle and psychological pains and turmoil. They can't allow that. They retain that. They want to be a king. But coming to the embassy of the New Jerusalem, there is no pastor here. There is no general overseer. Why? We are busy making kings. Jesus said, I do not call you slaves, nor my followers. I call you friends. Because everything I have, I have given it to you. A kingmaker. When Jesus was arrested, he had to bribe an insider to identify who Jesus is in the same community, in the same city. Why? They eat the same food, drink the same water, wear a common clothes, sit in a common place, and feel very comfortable. So they have to bribe an insider, Judas, to identify Jesus. That is oneness. But today, many of them go with serene
Sorry.
and they build schools. The followers
Cannot
cannot afford. Then they will import people from outside who are able to pay and go in the school they use tithe and offering to build. And you go boasting that your school is the best school in the whole world, is ranked in the whole world as the best school, when there is no impact created, when there is no communal relationship. It is be it all and end it all. So, a nation building is a long-term project, as I said. Now, you give yourself 20 years. All right? Yeah. Like myself, giving God my lifetime to understand his operation before raising kings. Today I have kings, I have millionaires, and have so many people who are still counting. All right? Okay, so now you go to kids, children, and begin to give them that authentic, undiluted, and unchangeable word of God. And give them room to ask questions and engage them on a productive venture and make them creative and show them the principles of relating and interacting with nature and make them from childhood incorruptible and unadulterated by giving them self-value, self-worth, and telling them that each is a nation. Now, look at the building of nation in the national perspective. When you want to build, imagine a church allowing people to study art courses. But when you come to the embassy of the New Jerusalem, what did we do? Because we were building a nation and we are nation builders, we made it clear no child will study art courses here. It will be pure science. Science makes you to interact with nature, to understand the principles of nature, the laws of nature, and there is nobody who is busy in nature who have time for violence. That's another thing. Because that person is creative, productive, as God does, so he does. John 5:19, 20, 21. Jesus said, I watch my Father. Whatever he does, the same thing I do. As he has the power to resurrect the dead, so too I have the power. So we focus all our children into sciences so that nature will be their teacher, not religious lie or society or Facebook or internet. And we continue now feeding them patiently. I was discussing with you today. A nation was born 30 years ago, the nation of the New Jerusalem. And we have been spending without attracting any external support for 13 good years. Who does that? A religious world. Who does that?
Not at all.
As a king? No king does that. Because king has to maintain his palace. All right? And they build for inheritance, for his blood line to continue. But we are nation builders who have nothing we have here on earth is truly ours. Now, all the children are going to study science. They start, they become a nation. So, from the nation, we said it. Either we have a minister or we have a tribe of tellers, a tribe of shoemakers, a tribe of engineers, a tribe of or ministers and ministers. It is happening. That is nation building. How many people have we sent out to go and learn skill. And those that are learning eternally, creating allowance, paying them. You see someone, one of our child here, Joshua, that gave testimony. He said he never knew it is possible in Nigeria to be learning work and you are being paid. The nation of the New Jerusalem does that. Students are being paid for going to school, for agreeing to be obedient to go to school, to study sciences. So, then, what are we projecting? We are projecting towards 1,000 years reign of Jesus Christ. So we should not be interested in forming a nation, erecting a nation. We'll be trying to build a nation, and the pillars are the children. I was teaching someday. I said the safest place on earth to save anything is in humanity. Why? Because an individual dies and go. The president rules and go. But a race and a country can never die.
That's true.
Are we there?
Yes, sir.
So these are the principles. Get the citizens involved in whatever you do. Do you know it's a curse and a spell on a man where somebody had been able to meet his need and he is still struggling to become the richest person in the world? Because the judgment of your existence, of the things you are not going to go out with here on earth, is the amount of physical possession you have. I was saying someday that instead of saying I worth 3 billion, let us begin to say that I have raised 3 billion people. Instead of saying I'm a millionaire at age 20, let us begin to say that I stood up, I raised 10 people or 1 million people at the age of 30. And all of them are standing. Money should not be measured by the amount of property you have, because they are passive and inactive and not contributive to life and are not progressive in nature because they are man-made. We should be thinking on how to repay humanity and make money their footstool. And begin to make sure that whosoever wants to prove to have been wealthy, not rich, because when you are talking about riches, you are talking about paper. Or when you are talking about wealth, you are talking about raising infrastructure. And humanity is the first infrastructure to be built. How do we grade a road? Through truth and teaching and education into the heart of men, that he will know that he is a nation. How do we grade a road? Through teaching and explanation and self-realization, that a man will know that he is a representative of God here on earth. How do we grade a road? That a man should not be cannibalistic and carnivorous. They should stop eating their fellow human being, either by word, or by sword, or by whatever means. Now, in the society today, a man is exchanged with money. Imagine a society where somebody will come and kill his fellow human being, throw him in the dustbin, and carry his car. Who would have repaid the earth if not us, the New Jerusalemites? Imagine where a woman will carry a child for 9 months, giving birth to a child, and the child will sell the child 500,000 naira. And walk away.
My goodness.
Imagine where somebody will spend 5 years learning the sugar-coated education, all right? After graduation for 7 years, all right? You look for a job for 3 years and you get a job where you are paid 100,000 naira. Your transport is there, your feeding allowance is there, your clothing allowance is there, your marriage allowance and the every upkeep is in 100,000 naira after 7 years in school. All right? What is that? What is happening? No person have realized himself. Now, let's take Nigeria as a case study, because this is a broad discussion, and we're coming from a perspective that is uncommon to men.
Yes, very, very uncommon.
Yes. Which means everybody needs repentance. Everybody needs the teaching of the New Jerusalem.
Right.
Everybody needs the laws of truth. Now, Niger Delta. This is the host country of the New Jerusalem, Nigeria. Okay, Niger Delta have been taking palliatives, amnesty money, fighting, and being paid. They have never, there are billionaires there,
Yeah.
trillionaires there in Niger Delta, but nobody have sat and create a system that all Niger Deltas, the money they are realizing, they will use it to be pushing at least 300 of people from Niger Delta to go and study petrochemical engineering, geology and mining. Every year, 300. Use all the money. Let them go hungry from the peanuts given to them for a period of 10 years max. And let every of them pursue that career, a discipline, to the position of professorship, and let them come back. A nation is building. Then let us know whether an expatriate, even an expatriate, employs you as a professor in petrochemical engineering and geology and mining. You will see that it doesn't suppose, because truth cannot be marginalized. Then you begin to control what you obtain from your lands. Nigerians, where are they? The GDP of Nigeria of 2024 is, I think, 296 point something trillion GDP. How many is going to education? Peanuts. How much is going to security? Billions, trillions. Lobbying and kickback in contracts. Then expatriates will come here and sign a contract, use you and dump you, mine your oil, use you. They take the crude oil there, all right, process it, and bring it back to you. Create an NGO and use it to lend money, bring it, cause inflation in your country, then create education where they teach you theory, but no practical. Where did they get the theory they are teaching you? Wow. It is something they practicalized and experienced in their own nation. They come here, they send you to school. They train you to use you, not to train you to be yourself, but to become a slave to them. And this continue going on and on and on. So if Nigeria should be Nigeria, all right, we are not saying that we should come to lead. Of course, we are not interested. All right, for now, joining politics. All right? Why? Because there are few kings we have made whom we cannot allot anyone now to go into politics. We are still building. All right? But if Nigeria or any country in the world should be okay, they have to consult the laws of truth, the teaching of the New Jerusalem, the book of excellence for raising kids, and the laws of truth for building nations and individual, and work it, blend it with the laws, rule of law. And this is how, over time, we begin to see that naturally everybody will become one. So population is not the problem of the country. Money is not the problem of Nigeria. Natural resources is not the problem of Nigeria. But the thing is that they don't know what it means to be a nation builder or what it takes to build a nation, from your question. All right?
Yes, sir.
Now, look at it. There is the type of money Nigeria has is immeasurable. But Nigerians don't know the difference between economic growth and financial growth.
Yes.
Financial growth is that there is inflation. Too much money is increasing. Just as I mentioned the GDP of Nigeria in 2024. All right? But there is no structure. So economic growth has to do with production, distribution, and consumption. These are the three things that makes economy. Now, what does Nigeria produce? Nothing. And then how do they exist as a nation? So I think so many things to say, but if there is anywhere you don't understand or a question to ask, then you know. But we are the soul of the earth. We are the solution to mankind. Every government, every nation, like laws of truth, supposed to be a national book in basic educations, national basic education. Every school, every family must have that, so that each family, if you have 5 children in a family, you know that you have 5 nations you are raising and building. It is after we have finished building ourselves individually, all right, flushing out religion, because we have given them tests for a period of God knows when. Religion couldn't save any life. So they have to go out of the system. And less truths become the church. Just as he said in the book of Revelation chapter 21, in the days of the New Jerusalem, there will be no temple, for the truth and the Lamb will be light thereof. So we are the light of the world. Not light of a nation, but the light of the world. And the nations who are saved will bring their treasure. You see what the book of Revelation is saying? Nations that are saved will bring their treasure in the New Jerusalem, in the Worthy Lord Church of the Universe. Nations that are saved.
Yes.
So that nation is individual that are saved and realize themselves. They will come to the New Jerusalem. Those that are living above religion, above ignorance, above hate, above anything that is negative or does not promote God. So that's how to build a nation. Thank you.
Yes, the servant, you have spoken extensively. In fact, from the explanation, and our viewers, our viewers,
Everything.
our viewers will say this is a new dimension of life,
Yeah.
and how a nation is supposed to be built.
Yes.
And we thank God for the coming of the New Jerusalem, and this step, and this perspective of building a nation is. I'm not going to turn a lot of people around to know that this is a new life,
Yes.
and a new beginning, as far as humanity
Yes.
is concerned.
Is accept it, take it or leave it.
Leave it.
He has come to stay.
Then we're going to look at, there is something so important you see. That a country or a nation is a group of people who think alike, speak alike, and do things alike. They come together
Yes.
to say, okay, let us be one
Yes.
and have one objective, one purpose about life.
Yeah.
Now, when you defined it again, that a nation can be individualistic,
Yes.
giving you a reference to Genesis, the
Yeah.
book of Genesis.
Yeah.
So, individualistic, people can grow.
Yes.
Then, holistically, people
can
can grow.
yes.
Now, and there's something you said again as regards to being a kingmaker and a king.
Yes.
And these two different kinds of people will operate in this called nation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I want you to give another summary, a way forward, because you have mentioned the limitations across the board as regards to building a nation. The issue of governance, the issue of wealth inequality, the issue of a practical sovereignty, because a nation must be sovereign.
Yes.
Now, on how you relate outside that nation, how you want to relate with other nations.
Yeah.
I think I want you to come to this issue of a king and a kingmaker. How would they do things together?
Yeah.
I get what I'm saying,
Yes.
because they will always keep emerging.
Yeah.
If you are a kingmaker and there is a king, what will be that principle that unite them?
Okay.
I get what I'm saying, for them to move forward.
Yes.
Two, in the issue of economic inequality, you know, that has been the challenge in those people, those nations they claim. I have not seen nation well built. I think you call them, that's something you call them. You know, a building is different from an assembled. What do you say?
Yeah. Mountain.
Mounting
a structure.
a structure. I get what I'm saying. I think structures have been mounted as nations, not actually built. Based on the principle we have on ground. So I want you to look at it in this economic inequality, which has been a problem.
Yes.
Where a lot of people, I have, I don't have. It has brought a lot of crisis and has brought a limitation to the building of a nation. Then we also want you to look at the tribal differences. Let me look at this. Tribal differences. We might be thinking together, want to do things alike together, but you see tribes and what we call religious diversities. And get cultural differences coming into play. That's why this thing we are discussing, it is going to solve millions and billions of problems as regards to nation building, because it's a new formula. Then we are going to look at again at I think let's talk about this four now.
It's okay.
These four areas.
It's okay. The one I could remember from what you're saying is a king and a kingmaker.
And a kingmaker.
Now take it from here.
Okay.
Opposite of a king is what? I mean, a king, a woman that is a queen.
A queen,
A
yes.
king and a queen.
Queen.
Now, your father was a king. Your mother was a queen. Give birth to you
Yes.
and made you a king
Okay.
by training. If he had had the truth, then you grow and give birth and got married to Uju, your wife.
Yes.
Then you have become a king,
Okay.
a kingmaker. All right? Yes. You have become a king.
Okay.
All right?
Also a
Yes.
kingmaker.
Then the other person is a queen. Then you start making a king. So nations should go down to the grassroots. Then we get the answer to your question. Every family is a nation now. Where you are the president, your wife is the first lady.
Okay.
Then your children are your subjects. Then if you have not been able to raise your children, how dare you rule 200 million people and think you will stand? If a pastor have not been able to make peace in his home and divorce, how does he think that God approve him ruling 1 million people? This is confusion.
Honestly.
You understand?
Yes.
Then it's simple. People continue looking outside. Looking outside. Because society have already stage managed you. Not knowing the atomic nature of God and the building block. Do you know? I said it someday. God does not know how many oranges in the world? God does not know. If I want to set a quiz for God, he will fail. If I ask him how many things he created on earth, the number of things he created. He can say things he created, but he don't know the number. He doesn't know the number. God just know that he packaged orange and bring orange become perfect. Whether it came as a tree or as a seed, I don't know. He will know that one. But planted it and it grew. So the number of fruits in orange is no longer his business. He has done his work. That's why after creating it, he said it is good. So, immediately one person is made perfect. Every other person that is obedient to that one person will become perfect. Just like people in religion disown Jesus Christ. How did they disown him and crucify him the second time? Religion leaders say nobody can be perfect. We are all sinners. And we sin, the grace of Jesus will cover us. It's a condemnation.
A second crucifixion.
Yes. That's all. A spell is already placed on humanity. Anybody who joins religion is under a spell. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. When you fear God, your wisdom began. A spell is placed on you. Jesus is coming. Rapture is coming. Queen nation will be built. A spell is placed on you because you won't do anything again. So many people rejected marriage because they will be in the wedding gown. With the wedding gown, rapture will come. You see?
Yes.
So these are spells by spoken words. Just as you said. Teaching, we need teachers, not preachers. Preachers threaten people and promise them what they have not experienced and the things they cannot bake their life to. But what we are telling you now, we are not preachers, we are teachers. We are explanators. Telling you something we can bet our life to. I said it on Thursday. The teaching of the New Jerusalem, me, who is teaching what I received from God, we have lifetime warranty. Not 2 years. Lifetime warranty. Whatever we tell you and it doesn't work, return it for us.
Yes, so.
We fix it back. So at a click of a button, by understanding, every problem is solved. Every problem of humankind is solved. Over time and space, we become one automatically. So no family who have not eaten should blame Tinubu, the president of Nigeria. Because if you are productive, right, you'll be giving to nations. I said it. It's all about mindset. When we will know that Nigeria has a problem, is when it comes to the rain season and rain stop coming. And when you plant corn and it did not germinate, and plant beans, it didn't germinate. All right? And plant guava, it bear mango. If religion have statistics, that's when they will know that, yes, the end time has come. But if all these things created by nature is still functioning properly, why not get engaged with that and become whom God destined you to be? You just want to pursue paper, social media. Now, government is telling you who you are and what you are to eat and what to cultivate. Imagine that nonsense. Because a spell is already placed on you. You go to a prayer house instead of going to farm. Tell me any person who by praying and fasting turn yam, multiply yam.
Impossible.
Nobody have done it. It's only farmers
Yes.
that increase yam. If you bring one goat and put it in a prayer house, be in a mosque, be it in a this thing, and continue praying and fast, it will die. Because as hungry as you are, so the goat is going to die of hunger. Because you have separated it from nature. So if you need productivity, it's not gotten by praying and fasting. It's gotten by self-realization and going back to the bush and got a farm. So, every family should understand that you are the micro
Nation.
and the nucleus of a nation. The nucleus of a nation. You did the biology, Amoeba, and okay?
Characteristics of a cell.
Characteristics of a cell, yes. The nucleus of a nation is a family. Are you there?
Yes.
Then, this is the answer to your question. So there is no conflict. It's to each according to his need, and from each according to his ability.
So there wouldn't have been, like,
There can never be crash.
you know what is going on about, just like we discussed about leadership.
Yeah.
I get you what I'm saying. People now contending.
God for that reason.
I want to be the king.
No.
I want to be the
Whom
king.
did you contend to marry your wife? Whom did you contend to impregnate your this thing? How many people have you dragged your children with? Are we there?
Yes.
You are dragging your children from pollution from society. That's your contention. And it can only happen if your law is not strong as a nation. Then your children will follow that nation, peer groups, and what they hear in the society, and subscribe there.
Okay, that is other nation.
Yes, they will follow that nation.
Yes.
The suggestion they give to him, because their sovereignty is not there.
I hear that.
So you will lose that.
Interesting.
You lose that sovereignty.
You lose the sovereignty, then your country become porous, your family become porous, just as Nigerians become porous. So that's why I was saying, if you are a pastor and you cannot handle your family, how dare you lead other people's family? Are you there?
Wow.
If you are a priest and you are not married, how dare you
Discuss about
discuss
Marriage.
about marriage and control other families? All those people that are under you are fools. All of them are fools, because a leader must live by experience, not by book. We have divine encounter and you have paper encounter. Paper encounter are those that read God in the book. And Jesus said,
Such
I am not
analysis.
there. John chapter 5 verse 39. I'm not there. I'm in field work. So how dare a priest preside over a marriage and wed people?
It's an
Wow.
aberration.
Eh?
Honestly.
It's an aberration. To build a nation and you don't have a nation.
This is insensitive.
It's exploitation.
Yes, it is.
How did you learn how to raise a nation?
When you don't have.
When you don't have a...
Wow.
you don't preside over anything.
Eh?
You have not presided over
You have never
anything.
presented over anything by experience. You come and use all theory. Hey, Bon.
Now, what if they say by inspiration, by ordination, they are gifted?
Inspiration. God gives you something to test. Your essence of being, this is a school. This is the earth.
This is a school.
Is a school where men purify himself to qualify and receive sanctification to continue in eternity, life after death.
I run it with curriculum.
Yes, and they run it with curriculum, which is the laws of truth we have given humanity. Are you there?
Wow.
Yes.
So that's it. Now look at pastors. Many of them are divorcees, beating their children. Beating their wife. Their children are wayward. You hear that this is a pastor's daughter, this is a pastor's wife everywhere. This is a pastor's children everywhere. Why? Because they couldn't control their nation as the president. Now they come and become a president of a church. There's a problem. Somebody. Very full-time Nsobu on earth, especially in Nigeria. Cursed. So there is, I always said it, we are training people so that every student will graduate to become a teacher. Any person at the age of 40, that's what they say, fool at 40 is a fool forever. Anybody who is at 40 and is not a teacher of a particular skill, of a particular discipline, which he can bet his life to eat, is a fool.
Because you should have gathered
You
that
should have,
experiences.
yes, being a student and graduate. Marks in nature, especially now we have the software that makes it easy. Marks, 15 years. You should have graduated out of nature. Then I used 15 years or 25 years to practicalize and get those so-called every other thing, material things.
Through distribution.
Yes. Through distributing your talent and rendering it as a service. Then you now relax. So at 40, everybody's supposed to have rested. Because Book of Hebrews chapter 4 says there is a day, an appointed day for the children of God to rest. So at 40, you should have concluded life and be at rest to have answer to every solution. At that point, you become a teacher. But many people today who couldn't control their nation are 50, 60, yet they don't know what to do. So there is no orderliness is the first laws of nature, first principles of nature. There is no competition in destiny. Why? Because of age and time and space. So there are certain stage which we can say, they have said it that life is a stage. Right? But
Yes.
many people do not understand it. They think that life is a podium where you dance and go. No. It's a stage in the sense there is a stage in life. You are expected to have graduated and come to give back to that which you have gathered into society. So let's assume you have a principle on how to make money. You have a principle on how to cook. I have a principle on how to raise children. I mean, to manufacture cars and aeroplane and so. Then, when we come together, you abusing on your own, I am abusing on my own. Then what do you think? You now as a president can decide. I'm going to their second question. You can decide that your nation will be known for tailoring materials. Then you learn tailor. Your wife learn tailor. Your children begin to learn tailor. So it become an industry. You set up an industry running in your bloodline that you have created a tribe of textiles. So in Chiedoze's family, what they are known for is that. Then in Susie's family, what you people are known, right, is agriculture. Upon agriculture in Ezine's family, what they are known is that they rear chicken, not goats, only chicken. So now, we are now striking a balance about the tradition you said. Okay, but you are going to recap your question for the audience. Now, why do we quarrel? We don't have clothes. All right? You have clothes, but you don't have, what is your own?
Agriculture.
You don't have agriculture, you don't have yam.
So that's
You
mean
abuse all
cultural and traditional
yes,
differences.
all your 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, is in about textile, clothing. Now, you own is agriculture, maybe growing cassava. All your 24 hours and your children, your citizens as a president is on cassava. Those that will grow from you can go to study agricultural engineering and learn how to manufacture machine that process cassava. 1 hectare of, or 1 million bags of rice, of this thing, cassava, and fry it within 2 days or 3 days. They continue developing infinitely from there. And your own is what? Rearing poultry. From egg hatching to that to maturity. That is your own. Now, you now who have clothes will come. That's value to value, not value to money. Now you bring your clothes and give to this guy. All right? Then will you bring your chicken, you give to this person, if chicken is what you need. Then you bring your gari or cassava and give to this person and give to this person. Then if you don't need what this person has, this is where money comes on the table. Money becomes a link to people who have value.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Now, I want to, you have your cassava to give the person who is sewing clothes because you need clothes. He tell you, I don't need cassava for now. All right? But you need clothes. Okay? What are you going to do? You bring your cassava in the market.
Yeah, other
We
people.
discussed it. Market means mark it. Mark your own products you brought into the market. Then we mark it. This one came from this person. Now, we have marked it now. Somebody who does not know you, you drop it and go. Or somebody who does not know you will now come with money which he got from what he has produced and give you and carry cassava. So you keep your money, waiting till the day this person will now come back again and tell you that you come back again and tell him that you need clothes. He tell you, I'm not going to say clothes to you because I have cassava. It's okay. I have an alternative, something I use to store the cassava, which is now currency. Money is a container, not a content. Money is not value, but it contains value in it.
Content stores value.
All right? It stores value.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you are going to tell him, okay, now you don't need cassava, but cassava is perishable. Okay. Now what do you need? You say, I need chicken. But the person who is selling chicken is not around or doesn't have enough to give to him. Then what are you going to do? Take this purse, which is money now. There is a value I keep in it that is generally accepted as a legal tender. Keep it and give me clothes. So long as you don't need anything now. Any day you need it, take it to the market.
They will give you the equivalent.
They will give you the equivalent in the things that is in this storage facility. That's why money came. But today, money is in the hand of those that do not have value.
Sure.
And when they get it, they now use it to buy and intimidate those that have value. Why? Because those that have value don't know their value. They think they are valueless because society have made you to believe in money. Why? Because politicians know that they are not creative, they control paper. So if they don't make you to put all your attention on paper, all right, you will not respect them.
Yes, they become useless.
So through propaganda, they
Wow.
tell you without money you are finished.
Wow.
Then you diminish and shrink and begin to follow them.
Become inferior.
Yes, you now look inferior, whereas you are the one holding the power.
Superior.
They have the purse.
Awareness is key.
Interesting, I'm telling you.
Awareness is
So
key.
you
It's key, right?
You will take away this
You take the power
this,
away from them.
this economic inequality.
Yes.
It will take it away.
Yeah.
Strike a balance.
Yes. Then you now know that you have bargaining power. Why? Because you have value.
With your value, bring your money.
Yes.
Equalize
Then I'm the one to give money value. Money does not supposed to give me value.
Wow.
I understand?
Yes.
I can decide that I'm going to sell. If you are now the only person producing clothes, that's a t-shirt. All right? I'm going to give it to you for 1 million naira a shirt. I'm now giving your money. It's becoming valueless. So you too, when you look for 1 million and you didn't see for a shirt, then you go into farm and begin to interact with nature and go and learn a skill on how to solve a problem. So by we understanding this, we devalue money. Just like people in New Jerusalemites. Okay, Jeremiah, who is here, he is not a graduate, a village boy, brought to this city, brought to the embassy of the New Jerusalem, trained and raised. Less than 25 years. People came as a computer engineer, software engineer. People came to hire him 250,000 naira a month. He rejected them. All right? Yes. He doesn't have it. He doesn't make it in a month. But he's building himself, his nation. When he finished building his nation, then he will be the one to fix price and tell the people, if you are going to pay me 250,000 naira a month, I will work twice a week and 3 hours per day. Then your time becomes valueless because you are valuable.
Exactly. Your time
You become valuable because you are valuable.
Yes.
Then money becomes valueless to you.
Amazing.
Wow.
Are we there?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, thank you so
This is
much.
very,
sir.
very
This is-
interesting, honestly.
Is that understood?
Yes.
So that is it. People do not know. They should go and watch. I will not have time to go into tradition and culture. There will supposed not to be culture and tradition conflicts with another person. You know why? Because your tradition is your strength. The bone of your country. I mean, bone of your country, yes.
Yes.
The backbone of your country is your tradition. Tradition is not a masquerade. It's not beating gong
Our religion.
or religion. Tradition is is what? A trade. The word tradition is gotten from the word trade. That trade is something you bring from your ground that is peculiar to you as a profession and in Jirimaras.
I hear you.
Do you understand? You are in Jirimaras.
As
All right?
our registrar.
Then it is that Injirimaras that you can now use to exchange with other people with their own Injirimaras. So your trade, you trade it with other people. Trade by barter. So the word tradition came in the days when money was not established. So people now said, okay, what do you have as a trade? He said, I have palm oil. Then the other people say, coal is my own, yam is my own trade. So let us trade. That is where tradition came in. And the Igbo, by still this discussion, call it Omenala. Omenala means Ome toputara n'ala. What did you get from nature that is peculiar to you by interacting with nature? So Omenala abụghị gomo. Omenala abụghị all this noise.
Religion.
Understand? Then how to cultivate yam or sew clothes is now your culture. You get the point?
Yes.
But consumers and lazy people bring entertainment to weaken man and begin now to say that somebody's tradition become their culture. You ask me why. Igbo people today will wear isiagu. But there is no place in Igbo land where they manufacture fabric isiagu. So it is the culture of the people that they are putting on
Yes.
and call it their culture. There is no place where they are manufacturing cap, red cap. They buy all of them from China. Now they come back and say this is our culture.
Yeah.
And this is a culture of Chinese people because they are the people who know how to sew it
Manufacturing it.
and manufacture it and create it.
So because of the symbol, they now attribute ownership.
Yes, they now own it. When they are lazy people, no invention, no creation, then it sounds say the whole clothes masquerade wear is not manufactured anywhere in Igbo land. Now, Yoruba culture, who wear akwete, adere, was their culture because they were printing it by themselves.
Yeah, we printed it.
Now they brought entertainment to discourage them from continuing in their culture of producing adere and exporting it and put it on carnival. All of them hands up and begin every Sunday, every week, they wear this thing, not produced by them again because they are there for entertainment. They were discouraged.
It was stolen from them.
They lost it. Then they now tell me that wearing clothes is your culture. No, making clothes should be your culture, not wearing it.
That's right.
That's why you bring it in the market
Yes,
for trade.
that is your culture. Making clothes is your culture. And those cottons, I remember growing up knowing when they were growing cottons in my place. So those cotton you grow is your tradition because it grows in your land as a medium of exchange. Then it becomes your tradition. In Igbo, Enugu is known for coal. And I think Uzuani is known for blacksmiths.
Oka too.
Oka is known for blacksmiths. That is your tradition. Because other people who don't know the skill of blacksmithing will consult you to trade with you.
With what they have.
So culture, tradition is the things you get from the land or get out of your scale. Then how to do it is what is a culture.
Wow.
Are we there?
Yes.
That is your culture. Then they brought entertainment, just as they brought alcohol to distract people. Now bring cultural dance. Is leg peculiar to you?
From where?
Then why do you call it a cultural dance? How is it your identity that you dance in a particular style? Me too, I can dance. So if somebody learns your culture, then you have lost your culture.
Yeah. See? Wow.
So tradition is that thing that is peculiar to you. And the culture is the scale and the process of getting those things, bringing it into market. Then when you start raising your children, then everybody will now know that the culture of Chiedose is making clothes. Then your community begins to spread that. But Satan knows. Brought religion and brought entertainment industry. And every year you say you are doing Omenala. You are doing Omenala with Ishiago clothes. All right? Then Hausas say that what is their own tradition? Religion is their tradition. Something that came from Mecca. Somebody's culture. All right? Then they brought it. Then people, the Romans, came with their culture. Paganism, how they worship deity. They brought it and call it Christianity. Catholicism, they are all
Roman culture.
Roman culture. Deities. They brainwash people. Everybody come, begin to have. That's all. So everybody needs to sit up. Me, I have my own tradition. All right? All right. I have my culture. Now, we want to make the culture of man to be individualized. All right? And at the same time, collectively, a culture. Then we become a nation. Through that unity and mutual exchange, that's where country is formed. Then a person who cannot willingly, mutually exchange his material things with you is no longer a part of your country, but a stranger to you. Why? Because he wants to cheat you, just like the Westerners are doing now in Africa. They don't want to exchange crude oil with their technology. They are now exchanging crude oil with paper. So if they give you paper, which they intimidated you to believe it is valuable, then they carry your natural things and go. They can print money as much as they want and come and buy the whole country. But they cannot create a land. They can't create gold. They can't create crude oil. You see, That's why in the category of looking for money, we classify it. Sincerity is an invisible capital.
50%,
50% invisible capital. Skill and training
30%.
is 30% invisible capital. The value of money is 20%. So anybody who has money is a tout before New Jerusalemites. Because we are the risk bearers. We are the inventors. We are the creators. That intimidation is why somebody will employ you in the office. You take money and take risk and take it to bank before the cashless society. You stay from morning till night. You account for the goods, sell and carry and load. At the end of the day, they give you 30,000 naira. Yet you are the one making the money. You are the one making the money. Without you, your Oga cannot be Oga. But because there are two mumus who don't know who they are, then they don't look for workers. As they are sacking you from 80,000 naira job, another person is on the queue. Please give me.
Yes.
So I think this is it. This is what led to prostitution, just like this tradition now we're talking about. All this, I said it, every entertainment industry is occultism.
It's a distraction from,
It's a distraction from
the pit of hell.
humanity, because you don't entertain a fool. You don't entertain.
That's why they are promoting. They are promoting the kingdom of darkness. They are promoting it with the highest level.
Every entertainment
The highest
industry
level.
weakens the conscience of men.
Think
Every religion weakens the conscience of men and pointing to them where God is not. God is in nature and interaction with nature. Are you there? So there will be no clash if men are not lying to themselves.
cultural differences we're supposed not to be a
What
problem.
is the cultural differences? I will be glad for you to take what you've give me what you have as your tradition and take mine. So unity is the laws of nature. And we must be united, not with money, but with the value system.
That's perfect.
Wow.
That's perfect.
Wow.
This is really good.
Yes.
That's
I want to
perfect.
ask a question.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. This is so exhaustive. In fact, I feel like you threw me off balance because the questions I had wanted to ask, not only have you answered them, but you have come from another perspective entirely. But then, from what you have said, I have understood that there are two kinds of government, the divine government and the government of man, the
Yes.
man-made government.
Yeah.
And in our world today, I feel like everybody is in the government of man. Because one of the questions I had previously is, I wanted to ask you, these people, this set of people that we've elected and we've tagged them the government, it seems like the rest of the people have sat back and have said to themselves, these people, it is their responsibility to build the nation. I'm just to go along with whatever they bring, they put on the table. But now again, I have learned that that is not even the case at all. We are all, you said a government, a nation is not built nationally, but individually.
Yeah.
So that is, the question now has no basis because you have clarified that. But I want to ask, how can we move from the government of man to the divine government? And in our world today, how can we relate both of them? How can we balance them out, so to say?
Okay. Yes. To go from government of men is what religion is abusing. Repent. Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 16. He said, go back to the old path and you have rest for your soul. Now, that self-realization, we say that freedom begins when you disappoint, by disappointing those who take you for who you are not. That's the beginning of freedom. Disappointing those who take you for who you are not. So now you have realized that you are a nation. Now, leave Nigeria alone. You can travel to Nigeria as a global nation, when you have secured your own nation, by giving value to yourself and having a trade to exchange, government aboriginally got money by the revelation I had. All right? What the money is doing is that they printed money, a paper, and give it seal and security on communal agreement that if I bring something into the market and there is nobody to buy it at the moment, you people should give me money and keep it. Keep the goods. So that being as the central point in the physical world, like a market, when I shall have gone, that is the meaning of stock and forex. When I shall have gone, if anybody should come looking for it, if he gives you the money you gave to me, the equivalent, give him the yam. I won't wait. You are now a government.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Are you there? Now, government also is established for equitable distribution of scarce resources to bring unity and harmony in the midst of the citizens. Like Niger Delta that has oil. Kano does not have oil. Kano has gold, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Granite
and all that. All right? Now, the oil Niger Delta has, which is exclusive, not found on choice across the nation, we are now going to take it up from Niger Delta and control it for them to make sure that countries that do not have oil will not pay different price because they are not in the locality, since we are one country. So what a Niger person buy oil, crude oil, or oil, fuel, should be the same thing somebody in Kano buy oil, because government have hold that scarce commodity and make sure that everybody receives equally.
Okay, so they're like a middleman.
They are the
Central
center
point
Okay.
of
in
distribution.
the physical world.
Okay.
Why God is the center in the spiritual world.
They are central point managers.
Yes, managers, the administrators of scarce commodities.
Okay.
Then you bring it. Now, just like I treated the case of dropping a yam and picking money. Then somebody going to the market, which is the central listing, taking the yam and dropping money back. The same thing in scarce commodities. Like Enugu will now say, we are the owner of gold. I mean, coal. So long as it is not equitably distributed by nature, we are coming now to control it, so that anybody who has money will take a measure of coal as much as he wants. But before money goes to the hand of that person who will bring money to buy coal, he too
Have something
yes, by reciprocity and valuability, should have something he will take to the government, so that government will give him money, so that he will now come and buy the coal that is equivalent to the product he has already by himself generated. But when this orderliness is lost, money is now finding himself in the hands of the eloquent, in the hands of tyrants, in the hands of hooligans. Now, they now go and begin to threaten a person who is in the farming. Of course, I have money. Now give me your yam. You village people, you Jew people, not knowing that he is that. But because government, whom you are taking as being bigger than yourself, had already harassed you that we are the authority and money is everything. Is that okay? Then you say, okay, please now take the yam and give me money. Then you take paper. If you plant it on the ground, it will not germinate. But he has taken something that has a life and give you paper. And continue giving you paper. That's what I said. America, Elon Musk can come and buy the whole country. Like Chinese are doing today. They come, they give you money, you go and start eating paper. They collect all your resources. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So that is the number one question, right?
Yes.
How does the government,
Human government,
Divine
human
move to
government and divine government? Now, just like as I explained, human government is indispensable. It is needed,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Just like this distribution of things, and as I've told you.
Yes.
So they are effective,
Okay.
but no government can stand without divine government.
Okay.
No government can stand without
Divine
divine government. But divine government can stand without human government.
That's right.
So divine government, human government for this distribution of that, and those who obey or disobey natural rules will be arrested by physical government. NJ will not come and arrest people.
Yes.
Okay? So that's why we have legislator and executor. Executive government and legislative system of government,
yes.
arms of government in that human government. So the legislators, in time to come as it should be, by normals, will work with the laws of truth to make law. All right?
Yes.
That will unify humanity. Then people now become, police become the executor. What is the meaning of police according to the Book of Excellence? Police are the people who control the policy of a nation. And the policy of a nation is supposed to be divine policy. Because divine policy is policy that is needed. Why? Because it is universal, common, and eternal. And it brings love and mutuality into that. But people have now bypassed the laws of government, of God, and begin to make law of Hausas to rule Igbos, and Igbos to rule Hausas, and Yoruba to rule Hausas. Then a king, all right,
Yes.
make his own law and call it culture and tradition to rule his people. But the laws of God is universal. That is to say, if government of God, Christ, is observed as we have come for the 1,000 reign of Christ, then what is good in America must be good in Africa, must be good in Indonesia, must be good in everywhere. That is how it's supposed to be. Because banana is banana everywhere. Goat is goat everywhere. Orange gives vitamin C everywhere. Yam gives carbohydrates everywhere. So the law also that governs human that eats
Must
the
be
yam
universal.
must be universal, common and eternal.
Wow.
Super. Clapping.
Answered.
Is answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wow, thank you so much. This is fast.
Okay.
Yes. So, in conclusion, I don't know how to begin, but let me come this way. You have really said everything, but there's one statement you made, and I needed a development on that. So, you talked about, well, you are talking about individually developing a nation. So, you now talked about national individual development
Yes.
and individual national development.
No, national and
Yes.
individual development.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you separated them.
Yeah, yeah.
But in another conversation,
Okay.
you talked about national individual
Development.
development.
Okay.
Now,
Go
I want to
Understand.
ask,
Okay.
that what's the difference between national individual development and individual national development?
Okay.
Like national individual development.
National individual development is a situation where government will have money
Okay.
and begin to let individuals know that we are sponsoring you to develop yourself.
Okay.
So where you cannot get to, we are enabling you to develop yourself.
Okay.
And we should stop building infrastructures,
Okay.
thinking that that is development, when individuals are not developed.
Okay.
Then individual national
National
development
development, yes.
is where by that concurrent and mutual relationship and understanding, both the government, the governed and the government
Yeah.
will now know that individually I have to develop myself.
Okay.
Not with paper money, but with currency of truth and currency of 24 hours I have every day.
Okay.
These are natural currency.
Okay.
All right? I have to develop myself to input value in my own currency.
Okay.
Because each individual currency, by divine currency, is 24 hours. So by action and learning a skill and training, you are putting value to your time.
Okay.
So that when you finish putting value to your time by interacting with nature, nobody will come and press you peanuts. So when you now develop individually, I'm valuable, you are valuable, everybody is valuable. So if we come to the nation now as an international,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Then nobody would intimidate one another. Then we are now going to agree because you have what I have, or you have what I do not have. So now, like the prayer we used to offer here, God connect me to those who have what I need and those who need what I have. That's the prayer of the saints. So when you connect you, like people in religion, I need destiny changer, destiny helper. You must be helpful to be helped. If you are not helpable, you cannot be helped. Is that okay? Now, you now come as a valuable person. You will just be quiet. Then whosoever comes to you, you are no longer relating with the person because he has money. You are relating with the person because he has value, is sincere, and acknowledge your own words.
Okay.
You understand? So because you are an individual nation who is now going to that national stage. So when you now acknowledge yourself, right, then it becomes a diplomatic relationship because you are now a diplomat. You get the point? You are now a diplomat. There is a diplomatic passport. When you have it, you can travel any part of the country without a license, without a passport, without visa,
Yes, sir.
because you have diplomatic passport. So value is supposed to be our diplomatic passport. So any person that has value can enter into any person and say, yes, I need what you have because I'm valuable. So money should not be our passport. So you might have money, but you don't have value, and I will reject you. Because you have passport, but it is not diplomatic.
We have nothing to exchange.
You have nothing to exchange. So we stop calling fraudsters celebrity. We stop calling entertainers wealthy and rich people. We stop calling all these dancers, singers who are destroying people. Imagine a joker being a celeb. Now, what is the economic contribution of, what do they call it them? These people that they invite in church.
Okay, comedians.
Thank you. Comedian. What is the economic value of a comedian? And what is the economic value of a blogger? You see, it is all these arts they introduce in different faculty. When they knew that these people want to go to school, but there is no way we can release secrets of creativity to them, sociology begin to come, philosophy begin to come, psychology begin to come and bring it. Now, after these guys graduate and there is no job, even lawyers, if there is no job, they now use mouth and begin to talk people out of steal with their lies. That's why pastors feel everywhere and churches feel everywhere. These are the people that are unproductive because they have nothing in exchange. You understand? They are eloquent. They can convince you, you give up your value. Just as they are raping women and girls, uselessing them. then the energy they should have used in creativity, they leave it only in their lips. So they can convince you, God called me, God said, the Lord said, the Lord said. After that, then you support. That's why when God called me to come and correct this mess as a man of God, I said no. He said, why? I said, I'm okay, I have money, I'm okay, I can create, I can do. And I don't want to talk. It was a long debate. I'm telling you, I won't go through the stories. It was a long struggle. Now I said, okay, if you are going to call me, make sure you match my outing with power to heal and deliver. He said, you have been healing. And begin to list so many people I've prayed for, they have got this thing. So you are ready that, so you come and help these people. You know, many pastors are just there talking. They can't lay hand on people to deliver anybody. If he wants to make references, he'll be making references, not what happened today, but something happened when he was in primary school.
Yeah.
If you want to give prophecy of dream and encounter with God, he tell you the vision he had 10 years ago. Are you encountering God or living with God? Why should you be encountering God once every month? It's supposed to be on a daily basis because he's your father. Yeah? So these are the people. This is started. Then another people destroy the world. Especially in Nigeria, is Nollywood actors. Because why are you acting out of your imagination when interaction with nature is an action? Acting is what?
Action.
Action, taking action in a fake circumstances. Self-created circumstances. And poverty is acting on you. Untimely death is acting on you.
Sickness.
Sickness is acting on you. Then you are going to act another thing to make money. Instead of making a movie of how people can be healed, making a movie of how you are discoveries. You know, we're growing up, just like what we said today, growing up, my Discovery Channel was my favorite channel.
Up to date. I don't play with it.
Yes.
Because a
Why?
lot of
They
inventions.
act and express nature and give you discoveries. Growing up as a child, I knew those days when they have this generator past my neighbor. My brother, maybe 1992 or so, when he came back from Kafanchan, he bought the generator and bought this small box television. You know, in the village in those days, I don't know whether I grew up in the village, when they are watching television, children will come every night and they say, off your slippers outside. Everybody will go and
Go on the floor.
you go on the floor. Yes, and that. This is my brother's room. This is my room. I will come and pass them as a child. I don't watch. Because my question as a child, after watching this thing, who will watch me?
Wow.
I walk out as a child, as I was then, primary school or secondary school then. I don't watch anything, I walk my way. Because there is reality. Because I know that this my brother now that bought this generator. He's not the owner manufacturer. When fuel finishes, he go and to town and buy. This television, he bought it. So this thing he's doing has an end. Which today is okay. Is the same thing. He's a poor man. But he was cruising life then. The villagers were gathering. So if villagers had to gather now, they'll gather for me. Because I wasn't a partaker on entertainment, on acting. Like this Nollywood, they came before these jokers, what do they call it? Comedian. Now, imagine, oh God. You see this piece we're enjoying here in Abonala, it's so expensive. That's why people pay to listen to lies.
Yes.
They are dying by the day, rotten. Imagine a grown-up person come and begin to laugh in the church of God. That means their bullet is finished.
Akbar.
Their word is, what they teach is exhausted.
Yes.
So what are we going to do? Let us buy time and make people laugh.
Yes.
Not to solve their problem,
Not to solve them.
but to make them laugh. So this is it. So I think your question was,
Individual national development
yes,
and national.
thank you.
individual
So now, when this entertainment now come, it begin to cripple people like Tramor and then Urimiri. All right? Begin to cut people into pieces. Everybody hands up. You see how they polluted creativity of people by tradition and culture. They swapped it.
Yes.
And they lost the origin. Now the same thing, acting, movie came. They are not acting to save your life, they are acting to make money and become popular. So by that, we stop calling hooligans celebrity. Look at so many people in bloggers today. You see a man plaiting hair, putting earring, and people are looking after to listen to what the person have to do. Why? Because there are scarcity of saints. Scarcity of saints.
All right.
Already, a Catholic has already weakened them and said that saint is only when you die. All right? Men of God are there dragging their own purse, personal words. So who to run to? In the city of a blind man, why would the one-eyed person become a leader? At least he's doing charity. But upon that your charity, where is it leading life? No way. The person you built a house to, after 10 years, he will die of sickness, die of high blood pressure, die of whatever, then you have not done anything. So we have gotten a soft way of human and national development, both individually and nationally. So we should begin, charity begins at home and Christianity begins at heart. So a nation is first built internally. When it is built internally, that is that national, individual national development. That means it begins from the individual before it becomes national. All right?
Yes.
Then it's now become national
Yeah.
back to
Individual.
individual.
Wow.
You
It has to
understand?
flow from the down to the top.
Yes,
Yeah.
and from
the
top
to the down.
to the down. So it becomes a mutual relationship. Okay, let's have it here again in religious sectors. You see all the
As dynamic
pastors
as
and
we go.
churches dragging body of Christ, body of Christ, body of Christ. The reason is because they are accessing God in a global form when they have not sourced God individually. They are protecting Christ as a body, forgetting the Spirit of Christ. The Spirit of Christ should live in you individually. So when you become a born again at home and a Christian at home at heart, then you come to the public, let us become a body of Christ. But not when you are not individual at a heart. Then everybody is bringing tricks and religious lies. All right? To be approved by the people, not to be approved by God. So immediately the person now come and say the body of Christ. People say, yes, this is a man of God. He's defending the body of Christ. All right? But we are body of Christ. But he's sharing formula.
There is no one
Then
body.
your wife is the next of kin. And in your will, when we come in the public on the mouth, we are
one
body
body.
of Christ. But when it comes in sharing formula in reality, then
We become different bodies.
it becomes different body.
In operation.
Yes.
Different body in realization. Whom are you cheating? Whom are you deceiving? No, the era of religion is gone. The era of human failure is gone. Why we are saying this thing? We are not asking anybody to help us to build a nation.
Okay.
Not just it. We are just telling people that those that want to join the nation building should come. But with or without you, we must stand
The zeal of the Lord.
and change the world. For the
Yes.
zeal of the Lord will
Will
accomplish it.
accomplish it.
And one with God
It's
is
majority.
majority. So we are not looking for the weakness of men. We are sharing this to help you.
Yes.
So whatever you see, it is up to you. If it is okay, you want to come for the training and follow the teaching, then we can raise you to discover yourself. We are not asking you to follow us. If you don't care to follow us, go your way. But we are building our nation. And Ikanka, Ewatije, in 20 years from now, you will know whether what we are telling you is truth. Continue reigning and continue becoming a star. When the chips are down, you know
Reality
who
death.
is who. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Wonderful.
What a perfect delivery. Like today is amazing. Yeah. And that's hilarious word. You can't get what you know? If you don't listen to us, that word will come for you at the tail end, but that shall not be your portion. All right, let's go back to today's teaching. It was amazing. How did you feel about it? Were you impressed? Of course. I am over impressed. Like it is a wow. Coming to the recap of what we have heard today, I know you really grabbed a lot talking about nations and the principles of building a nation. And from everything I said, just like when I started, I said, if you know who you are, then make sure you watch this video. Now, from everything it has made us to understand today, we have come to realize that this nation we're talking about is you and me. We are these nations. And he told us that as a nation is a conglomerate, coming together of individuals. Let me not bite my tongue. He made us understand that nation and country, they are similar, they are the same thing. And a country, when it talked to go to the etymological meaning of the word country, he said counting per head, you know, count, head count. Now, from everything he made us understand, he said, this nation we are talking about, a nation is not possible without building of individuals. So a nation cannot come together or cannot emerge without individuals. So it is individuals that make up a nation. That is what he's trying to tell us in a nutshell. And it makes us to know that when we're talking about a nation, he said a nation is not nationally developed, it is individually developed. So before a nation can meet up that sustainable standard, different individuals have to discover whom they are, realize themselves, and know that they are the nations themselves. He said, if you don't know that you are a nation, you cannot lead a nation. So you have to discover that you yourself, you are a nation, and then begin to do what? Build yourself, develop yourself. And it made us to understand that building is different from erecting a building, a nation. A lot of people, what is happening right now is that we have rulers, not leaders, and everybody is busy erecting structures, but they are not building. And he said, what does it take to build? There are principles of building. And these principles of building, he made us understand, number one, the love. God factor must be there. Love must be there, selflessness, because what's really eat up into the society and hinder this development is inhumanity of man to man. So these are the things that breeds wickedness, competition, jealousy, and all of that. And you see that everybody is scattered, everybody is on his own. Then he talks about interacting with nature. These are the principles of building a nation. And then he made us to understand that in building this nation, he said, number one, you should be able to have those people at heart. There's something he said that interested me so much, and he said, when these people are succeeding, your joy that they are succeeding makes a nation sustainable. So like the last part he explained, individual national development and national individual development. So it is not possible to build a nation when it is not flowing from the grassroots to the top and from the top to the grassroots. So there must be a perfect equilibrium, you know, of relationship before we can be able to build a nation. And then it also makes us to understand that we have materials for building nations. Like, I want you to listen to this to the end because it was vast. It talked about parents. When you realize that you are a nation, then you are able to do or breed up your children. When he was talking about kingmaker and a king. So a leader is supposed to be kingmaker. So as a leader, you're supposed to raise kings. And these kings are in different parastatals. So now, children, this is material for breeding that kingship in them, building them up. And he said, for national building, you need the laws of truth. Because with the laws of truth, you are able to do what? To build the nation in collaboration with the rule of law. So these materials are bombshells that you cannot do away with in talking about individual building, national building. We also have our materials here, talking about the monthly magazine tagged Lifeguard. So these are powerful materials that have been given to us. They are not just common books. They are not ordinary books. You can't compare them with every other literature you read out there. From the introduction, as you can hear, the New Jerusalem has actually come as a portal, as an embassy, whereby those people who have realized themselves, those individuals that have gained awareness, realized themselves, and have the God factor, they are the only ones that can build a nation. And these ones that have been sanctified, purified, they are the ones that can be allowed into the New Jerusalem, which is the city of God. And of course, you know, New Jerusalem is a new world, it's a new earth we are expecting, and it is already here with you. Are you blessed? Of course, I know you are. Don't forget to hit the like button. Also comment, you know, tell us how you feel about it. And we are there. We're going to read your comments. The sermon is going to attend to your questions as you drop them. Finally, don't forget to share to your loved ones, your friends. Tell them about this amazing platform called The Truth Market. I am Divine Susie, and see you some other time. Bye.